What we see here is what happens on the interior of a two-stroke engine while it's running. But let's go and take a more in-depth look at the parts that make this engine run. Our first component is the intake, and that's the pipe that basically pumps fuel, oil, and air mixture into the engine. And this next component is the exhaust pipe, and that's basically just where all the spent fumes of the engine go.
And lastly, the transfer valve allows the fuel to transfer from the bottom to the top of the cylinder. So when the piston pushes upwards, it causes a low pressure area in the bottom of the crankshaft, and this low pressure area then in turn sucks fuel inwards. Next, the piston pushes downwards, creating a high pressure area in the bottom of the cylinder and a low pressure area in the top of the cylinder, forcing the fuel upwards through the transfer valve. Then the cylinder pushes upwards again, pressurizing the fuel, making it more combustible. However, at the same time, remember that we have another intake that's happening when the cylinder pushes upwards. Then a spark plug activates at the top of the cylinder, creating a spark that explodes the compressed fuel. This in turn forces the piston down, which opens the exhaust valve, allowing the spent fuel to rush out of the engine. However, remember that the effects of the piston going down is that it forces the second round of fuel from the bottom into the top via the transfer. And thus the cycle continues, but now we're showing it how fast it actually runs.